Hi guys, thank you for clicking. I wanted to go over a quick update regarding my video I did yesterday on Gabby Petito. I'm trying to get this in. It's very early in the morning and I want to get this in before I have to go to work. So I want to go over some new evidence that has arose, and it seems like there was a 911 call of possible domestic violence dispute. So I want to read that, and it says, so they say they have released the body footage, and I'm going to see if I can try to hunt that down here in a minute as well. But it says, police in Utah reportedly have released body cam footage showing officers interacting with Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie after a witness called 911 around 2 weeks before she disappeared to report a possible domestic violence incident. The video shows officers from the Moab City Police Department talking to a visible distraught Petito and Laundrie after they pulled over their white van. Police immediately separated the pair before they each described the incident that prompted the 911 call, the station adds. A witness had called 911 around 4:30 p.m. on August 12th over a possible domestic violence near Moonflower Community, I'm not going to try it, in Moab, and said he saw Petito and Laundrie arguing over a phone. And I have something, I'm very curious about the phone. But I'll say that in a second. The driver of the van, a male, had some sort of argument with the female, Gabby. A responding officer wrote in the report citing conversations he had with Petito, Laundrie, and the witness. The male tried to create distance by telling Gabby to go take a walk to calm down. She didn't want to be separated from the male and began slapping him. So does this kind of change your view a little bit of who may be the aggressor? Because in the police report, they made it sound like Gabby was more the aggressor. He grabbed her face and pushed her back as she pressed upon him and the van. He tried to lock her out and succeeded, except for his driver's door. She opened that and forced her way over him and into the vehicle before it drove off. Seemed like maybe she's afraid she was going to be left in the middle of nowhere, somewhere she doesn't know anybody. That would be very scary for a young girl, especially since it was her van. Utah police detailed, a responding officer initially wrote that he believes it was reported the male had been observed to have assaulted the female, but later wrote that no one reported that the male struck the female. An officer eventually pulled the van over and said that when he approached, Petito was crying uncontrollably in the passenger seat. One of the responding officers said the incident can be more accurately categorized as a mental/emotional health break than a domestic assault, and that no significant injuries were reported. Laundrie stayed in a hotel that night while Petito stayed with the van, according to the report. That to me is a little odd. I mean, I get it's her van. Maybe she's afraid he's going to take off with it and leave her there. But no man I have ever been with would say, you go stay out in the middle of nowhere alone in this van/RV and I will take the hotel. No, they would have said, go stay in the hotel, get you a shower, get you some food in your belly, and sleep in the bed for a bed for tonight. I don't know, that's odd to me, but kids these days have no, I don't know. Petito's last known location, kids these days, like I sound real old. Petito's last known location was August 25th in Grand Teton National Park. Laundrie, meanwhile, drove back to the Florida Gulf Coast town of Northport, where their trip began on September 1st, and the van was recovered by police at his family's home on September 11th. Okay, so I don't really want to make a bunch of speculations because we do not know. Something could come out and we're just like, and I also ask, I'm afraid when people start doing accusations, then that's when people start bothering the police that are involved, the family that is involved, and that's just not necessary. So we can always talk within the comment sections, how we feel, but I don't want any way, shape, or form to intrude on this police investigation or, bothering the family whatsoever. But I have a few things that raised my eyebrows. One being the phone. Now, this could be nothing at all, but her dad said in the interview that her Instagram had been taken down, and he was very upset over it because he said all her photos were on there, and that's how he has, he can see his daughter in all her photos. He wants them. And he didn't know who took the photos or the Instagram down, but he was like pleading and asking everybody to plead with Instagram to get Gabby's Instagram back up. And now I'm just hearing that they were arguing over a phone. So could it be like a jealous thing? Could it have been maybe she was trying to call home? She was wanting to be done with the trip, wanting to go home, and he didn't want that. I mean, it could be numerous things. Maybe some guy was reaching out to her. He got jealous. I have a friend requests from all kinds of guys. I just did that new Facebook, and literally it's a list of nothing but guys sending friend requests, But a jealous man could, that could possibly cause problems. So I'm wondering, could he have her phone? Could he still have her phone? And I'm wondering that because I asked my hubs, I said, if you didn't have access to my phone physically, could you get into my social medias? Like, do you have my password for Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, any of that? And he said, no. If I did not have your phone, I would not be able to get into any of your socials, which maybe a jealous male could have those things, memorized or written down. Possibly it could be. But then I was also wondering, like, maybe that's why he didn't get into their YouTube channel to scream it from the rooftops, because maybe he doesn't have the passwords. Maybe she's the one that took over all that stuff. But I don't know. I'm wondering the phone, like where her phone is. I'm wondering if I'm sure they tried to do the, GPS, try to figure out where her phone was last located, like where it pinged off last. I'm very curious. Something about that phone, I think, would tell us a lot. I mean, honestly, we just do not know. There are so many things that could have happened. I mean, really, she could be anywhere. He could have threw off the trail by faking those text messages. I mean, she could have been, she was alone by herself in that van. Who knows? Somebody, could have heard her and got a hold of her there, then. Maybe she threatened, or maybe he threatened her all the time to leave her. And so finally she was like, okay, I'm going to get him back, and I'm just going to take off, and I'm going to show him, this is what happens, when you threaten to leave me. And then I could, trying to prove that she could have got hurt or whatever. But I think she would have reached out to her family. Like one of those Gone Girl incidents, but I feel like she probably would have reached out to her family. And she's all by herself. She's 22 years old. I don't see her out there. You guys, do not go real live. Like, do not call unless you really have information. And really, none of this other stuff matters. The main thing is we need to find Gabby Petito. We need to figure out where she is at. And possibly she took off, and so maybe Brian just really does not know where she took off because they were fighting, they went their separate ways, and he just didn't see her. But I don't know, it's just odd. The thing that gets me is the waiting so long to report her missing. That's really just kind of what brings it home for me, because I don't know. I know people act different in different situations. I just think that's very, very odd. All right, we got the body footage.
want to place your vehicle into park and go ahead and turn it off for me? No, park?
Oh, it is in park, yeah.
Okay, turn off your engine. Go ahead and set your keys on the dash for me, all right? What's your guys' names?
Gabby.
Gabby, Brian? Okay. What's going on? How come you're crying?
I'm sorry, we've just been fighting this morning. Some personal issues.
It was a long day. We were camping yesterday, and camping got supplies and stuff. I'm sorry I hit the bump there.
I was distracting him from driving. I'm sorry.
Can I get you to step out of the vehicle for me, man?
Yeah.
Just hang tight right there. Do you mind if I take your keys and just put them on your hood?
You got it, buddy. I'm so
Thank
sorry.
you. Oh, no, you're fine. I'm going to go ahead and close your door. Okay? Why don't you come over here? SO229. I have the female that was on the passenger seat separated from the male. Keys are on the hood. You want to tell me what's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just some days I have really bad OCD, and I was just cleaning when he's straightening up the back of the van before, and I was apologizing to him and saying, I'm sorry that I'm so mean, because sometimes I have OCD and sometimes I just get really frustrated. Not like mean towards him. I just like, I guess my vibe is like I hear me like in a bad mood. And I was just saying, I'm sorry if I'm in a bad mood. I've just been really stressed. I had so much work I was doing on my computer this morning.
What do you do for a living?
Well, I used to work at an organic juice bar, but I just quit my job.
Okay.
I was a nutritionist. That was my
That's
job.
cool.
And I just quit my job to travel across the country. And I'm trying to start a blog. I just have a blog and stuff. So I've been building my website. So I've just been really stressed and didn't really believe that I could do any of it. So that's kind of been like I don't know, he's like been down there. I don't know, we've just been fighting all morning and he wouldn't let me in the car before. And then
Why wouldn't he let you in the car? Because of your OCD?
He told me I needed to calm down. Yeah. But I'm perfectly calm. I'm calm all the time. And he really stresses me out. And this is a rough morning.
Well, why don't we do this? Why don't I sit you down in the back seat of my car? You're not in any trouble, okay? I'm not going to be putting handcuffs on you. You obviously don't have any weapons. I'm going to get you into the air conditioning, let you take a breath, relax a little bit, and then I'll come back and talk to you in a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
Alrighty. Like I said, you're not in any trouble. So just go ahead and take a seat. What's that?
You talked to Gabby already?
Yeah, I just spoke to her.
Yeah.
So, you want to do me a favor? Let's go ahead and get you to step out of the vehicle, alrighty? Come on over here. You're not in any trouble right now. So, tell me what's going on.
She just gets worked up sometimes, and I try and really distance myself from her. So, like, I lock the car and I walk away from her. What happened this morning is that she's trying to start up like her own little website blog and everything. So I give her time. And we really had a nice morning, if anything, but she just got worked up because we were trying to get going and get our day going because we want to go like arches before the summer time.
Okay. You want to tell me about those scratches on your face?
She had her cell phone in her hand. That's why I was pushing her away, because she wanted me. I locked the keys so I could walk away. I said, let's just take a breather and let's not, go anywhere. Let's just calm down for a minute. She was getting really worked up, and then she had her phone and was trying to get the keys to her, so I batting away. I was just trying to. I know I shouldn't push, but I was just trying to push her away to go. Let's just take a minute, step back, and breathe. And she got me with her phone.
Can I see your hand? Oh, you got a mark right here.
Oh, that's from a wire.
That's from a wire?
Yeah.
You want to tell me about hitting that curb?
Hitting the curb was her grabbing the wheel.
She grabbed the wheel?
Yeah. She said, I can't believe we're getting pulled over, and then she grabbed the wheel.
What about the speed? Did she take over the... the pedal on you?
If I was going fast, I'm sorry. No, it's probably just the moment of, like, I'm still shaking now. The adrenaline, seeing the lights flashing up, and then her gripping the wheel. And So if I sped up, I'm sorry about that. Or if I was speeding beforehand, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, it took quite a bit to catch up to you. So, yeah.
I'm sorry about that. We're just going into the park again to get water because we have a 6-gallon water container to fill up. So we're just grabbing water for the hike. Okay. And I was trying to keep everything calm and quiet because there's plans still to go for a hike. But I'm really sorry about that.
Of course. Do me a favor. You want to go ahead and just take a seat right over here on the curb for me?
And if I was speeding, I'm sorry. I apologize.
You don't have anything in that pocket or anything like that, do you?
Nope.
Just the wallet? All right. And then, do you mind lifting your shirt so I can check the waistband?
I got it.
Turn around for me real quick. Perfect.
Nothing.
I just want to make sure. That's all, man. Go ahead, do me a favor, take a seat, all right? Oh, do you have your ID on you?
In the car, if you want to come with me.
No, we'll just do this. Just go ahead and take a seat.
You can come with me. I'll give you a seat.
No, you're fine. What's your first name?
Brian?
Brian? Is that layman spelling?
B-R-I-N, yeah, and L-A-U-N.
And then your last name?
L-A-U-N.
L-A-U-N.
D-R-I-E.
D-R-I-E?
Yep.
Laundrie? Mm-hmm. Okay. What's your date of birth, Brian?
I'll say crisscross applesauce, but can I just sit in the shade because I'm bald? It's okay. I'll give you some shade. Sound good?
Alright, just hang tight for me. SO229. I need a 29 name and date of birth. First name Brian, layman spellings, last name Laundrie, Lima Alpha Uniform, November Delta Romeo India. Bravo Romeo India Alpha November.
And then what? And his reaction was to do what?
It's gonna be out of Florida.
He just grabbed you? Did he hit you though? I mean it's okay if you're saying he hit him, but then I understand if he hit you, but we want to know the truth if he actually hit you. Because where did he hit you? Don't worry. Be honest. Did he slap in your face or what? Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. So has he been drinking?
No, we don't.
What was up with his driving? This officer said he hit a curb. While you're driving? While he was driving, you were hitting him? Did Jordan tell him all this?
I didn't get that far into it. She was hyperventilating.
She's saying that they don't drink, but at the point when you lit them up,
They don't drink or anything.
She started hitting him.
I was yelling at him, and then when you turned your lights on, I kind of punched his arm, there's no.
so she's saying why he hit the curb. You said it was Gabby? I'm sorry, I remember that. It was Gabby?
Yeah.
Does she tend to have a lot of anxiety and stress?
A lot of anxiety.
And what's his name? Is it Brian? Is he usually pretty patient with you?
Yeah, but it just makes me upset. I know that he definitely gets frustrated with me a lot.
Why does it go silent?
Way of taking my anxiety and bringing it down, but my ex-wife, this question, my ex-wife, I'm just sharing, I know it's a little personal, but to help you understand, we would feed off each other's anxiety if it's spiral, you know what I mean? And it doesn't matter how much I loved her. It may be bad for your soul, just saying. I'm not telling you what to do with your life, but if you know you have anxiety, look at the situations you can get in. You know what I mean? And we're not here to be mean to you or anything. Well, you know, there's a first time and then it usually, we'll go see what Brian's saying, but I think you've heard everything now from...
Quick question, you said you were hitting him in the arm. Did you grab the steering wheel?
No, I didn't.
You did not touch the steering wheel?
I didn't touch the steering wheel, but only for like a second, because I just saw the lights come on, and it was more just like, you're an idiot. Like, you know.
But did you grab the steering wheel and like swerve or anything like that?
No. I didn't touch the steering wheel at all.
I'm gonna go ahead and close this door again. Do you have enough air back here, or do you want me to kick it up some more?
Do you have any water?
I will see if I can find some.
Okay, no worries. Thank you.
You wouldn't happen to have any water, would you? Can I get a bottle?
Did you already give a statement to this officer? I've got this gentleman here. Yeah. This gentleman noticed that you had some marks on your neck. Yeah. And she's got some marks on her too. We're just trying to figure out what all happened. And I know you probably already told your story. This officer is probably going to be the one handling the whole case. You want to listen to what he has to say, and yeah, okay, then you tell him what happened. If you don't mind.
Start at the beginning for me.
Start at the beginning. Well, I don't want to go too far back, but we've been in Beyond Land for the past week or so traveling around, and the flies here are like pretty intense. So the flies have definitely been getting to her, and then my feet are dirty and everything. So I think that our little squabble started because we were hanging out at the coffee shop, and when we got back to the van, there was some dirt and stuff in the van, and I moved our food around. It was a little disorganized, so she gets a little.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Do you need any water?
It's okay.
It's hot out here.
We were going to get water because we ran out, but it's okay. No, it's alright. I don't like plastic bottles. Okay. Thank you, though. But we just had a little disagreement there. And the disagreement was just that she was getting a little worked up, and I was saying, no, it's okay. Thank you so much.
It's not his fault. That's good.
So it was just more of a disagreement, and I just wanted to say...
What was the disagreement about?
It was, I wouldn't even call it disagreement. It was just that I'm dirty and I can't change being dirty. Like, I got dirty feet, I got sand on my flip-flops and stuff like that. It was that we were at the coffee shop for so long because we were there from 9 to 3. So yeah, there's a few little things, little relationships. I don't know if you're in a relationship entry.
I've been married for over 5 years now. So.
There's a lot of little things.
Yeah, I can go.
And
I get it.
We weren't physical before the point where I said, all right, let's just take a breather and like walk away for a minute. I'll lock the van up and I'll go for a walk this way, and you can go walk down that way on the block. You know, there's a what is it called, Moonflower?
Right. Yeah.
You know, nice areas. You can go either way. It's all shaded. So let's go for a little walk and breathe and come back. It's pretty, we're happy with it. I'm not upset with her. She got worked up and she had a phone in her hand and her keys and everything. She wanted, not her keys, her rings, her rings, her phone. And I was holding on to the keys because I didn't want to go anywhere. And my big fear is, I don't have my phone. I don't have my phone. So she goes off without me. I'm on my own. So I was saying, let's just go for a walk, and she was trying to get the keys for me. So I was just going, just wait, back up, and that's when she hit me. And I didn't get, I don't want to push you, but I didn't get overtly physical. I was just trying to keep her away and not get hit. And then I got really loud, and like that's probably everyone's attention where I was going, back up, get away, just give me a phone.
Okay, so you said you pushed her to create some distance, obviously, right? What happened after that? What got the scratches on your eye?
The phone.
The phone. So you pushed her and she hit you?
It wasn't like a push and she jumped on me. She was already, I don't know, she was already swinging and I was
Multiple hands.
A lot of angles, a lot of nails, a lot of rings.
Yeah, you got 3 scratches in your neck. You got one on your left side of your neck. You got one in your face here, and you got 4 bleeding over there. So it's like 2 hands.
Do you mind lifting up your right sleeve for me? I'm curious about something.
What's that from? I suppose fingernails, but I'm not complaining.
Is it bruised or tender or anything like that?
No. Okay. I'm fine, and I love Gabby. I hope she doesn't have too many complaints about me. I'm just, I feel bad I think it's so public. I was just trying to be loud to listen. This is, I'm trying to make her calm down and be like, look, everyone's watching. And like, stop this.
Just hang tight for me. question for you, Ryan. Sure. Do you take any medications or anything like that?
Oh, we're gonna blur that part out. Some anxiety, but no.
You don't take any medications or anything like that? Okay. Are you normally this kind of like hyper?
Do I see my heart rate up whenever the lights flash on? It gets your heart rate up. Do I see my?
Trust me, it does me too, and I'm the one that it gets me going.
You probably can say, "Hey, buddy," whenever somebody walks up.
So okay. Well, yeah, do you know if she takes any?
She says she's crazy. No, I don't think so. No, none that I know of.
All right. Real fast, can I get your first name? Gabrielle, how do you spell that? And your last name? B-E-T? P. I see. Oh.
Alright, so this goes on for an hour. I'm going to leave the link to the rest of it. But what do you guys think so far?
You guys both live in Florida, right? Or that's where you guys come from?
My license is Florida right now, but I'm from California.
But what do you guys think so far? Does that change your opinion on anything? It sounds like they were fighting over the keys. He was telling her to take a walk, and he was going to take a walk. But it sounded like she was like in fear that if they went their separate ways, he had the keys, he had the control of the van, and she was maybe afraid he was going to leave her. So I don't know. Is that something he threatens a lot? I don't know. Leave me your comments below. Let me know. Does any of this change your opinion on what you first thought happened? Until next time, guys, please take care.